This is the future.
Good evening, everyone. Last session, the most difficult one. I see the time has already been reduced to 15 minutes from 20 minutes. So they are also doing their time management. I think most of us here in this room deals with the cyber security, cyber frauds, securing everything. And I'll just go back 40, 45 years back when I was just a kid. My dad was in office, there was no telephones, mobile phone, nothing, no landline. A guy came to home, said my dad has sent him, he wants the cylinder to be refilled. Somehow he knew that there was an empty cylinder at home. My mom reluctantly, after a lot of reluctance, she finally said, okay, take the cylinder, get us the filled one. And he never came back. In the evening when my dad came, we found that it was a fraud. Fast forward as of yesterday morning, I get a call, 8 a.m. in the morning, and the girl on the other side was crying. She works with one of my friend's office, never met me. She said, I got a mail from my boss's email ID, who is the CEO of the organization. The boss sits in another office in Delhi NCR. The girl sits in another office at another region, another place in Delhi NCR, so Noida and Gurgaon. The girl has never met the boss, joined just 10 days back. She gets a mail saying that I need your urgent attention. Please reply with your WhatsApp number with this email immediately and stay active on your WhatsApp. Now this girl, who's an entry level, has just joined a couple of days back, gets a mail from CEO, feels too much under pressure, simultaneously probably very happy that CEO is reaching out directly to her. She sends her WhatsApp number to the boss and start getting messages, start getting interaction on the WhatsApp, saves the number as the CEO of the company in her WhatsApp. She gets the message that I need you to buy certain Apple gift cards from your account, and I'll pay you whenever I'm there, and I'm busy right now. A very common technique. First lot, I think 10,000 rupees, Apple gives you only an option of buying it for 10,000 rupees. She bought it for 10,000 rupees. She was busy the whole day, 1.5 hour, 2 hour, and when her boss asked, what are you busy in? She said, CEO has given me this task, I want to finish it ASAP. In 1.5 hour, she lost 1,50,000 rupees. Her credit card limit got exhausted. She was asking the other person, boss is still asking for more, can I use your credit card? And the other person asked that, why will the CEO ask you? What is the reason? You've never met the CEO, you never got a chance to meet, you don't sit in the same offices. Why is it so? And by the time she realized, 150,000 INR was gone. This is as early as yesterday morning. What are we doing? What is happening on the cyber fraud? I think we in this room has been dealing with these kind of things, ransomware, phishing. And phishing also, people have been finding new ways every single day. There have been another topic which I speak in the new age frauds on the cyber side. There are tens of those slides where I speak on only the frauds which are happening today. And every day it is adding to it. Now people are just sending you a courier. A person will come to your home and say, here is the courier. You will say, I've never ordered anything from Amazon. No problem, sir. Give me the OTP, I'll cancel it. The moment you give the OTP, your money is gone. I think we all know the answer is awareness, training, zero trust, whatever. Still, we think people are losing money. And deepfake, I think, is the another addition to the innovation of the people who are using the technology to defraud people. I think Mr. Modi got, I think everyone, most of the celebrities have got into the issue of deepfake. Mr. Modi saw himself doing a Garba in somewhere in Gujarat, which was totally a deep fake. If the Prime Minister has to talk about, this is on 17th of November 2023 when Business Today reported it. If the Prime Minister of the country has to speak on the cyber fraud, that it is an issue to look at. This is rising every single day, and people are not, despite, and I've been talking of this at many forums for last many years, despite all the CIOs, CISOs, all the practitioners in the cybersecurity has been putting lot of money, capex, billions of dollars of investment, this is still happening. Why have we not been able to stop the cyber frauds at the lowest level? Where is the training, awareness? RBI has been shouting at their top of their voice every single day on the radios, televisions, every single media. Everyone is doing it. Still there are frauds. Still there are issues happening. Another deep fake, the Mr. Bean, which was a famous comedian, was seen in one of these ads which were there, which was actually being filmed on somebody else. Now imagine Dr. Sahu sitting here, he emerges and talking to you that today everyone sitting in this room will be getting 1 lakh rupees, and it's a deep fake. Everybody becomes happy here, right? You're not going to give 1 lakh to each one of us. But this is what is happening. This is how the things are happening. We all know how the deep fake works, putting up the face of one person onto another, using the technology to make that one person looks into another and it's speaking into something else which has never been spoken by the person. We have seen it with the Donald Trump, we've seen with the President Obama, we have seen it with all the major personalities of the world. I think Rashmika Mandana, we just heard Dr. Patnaik was talking about her, the kind of news this particular video created into it. Katrina Kaif, I think Kajol, anyone and everyone, I don't know how many slides I can show you on this. There was a news article which I just read this, while I was trying to collate certain slides today in the afternoon. I read this news article where a man actually almost ended his life because he was caught into a deep fake fraud case. Now look at the danger. Money is one part. Of course, people lose money. It is a hard-earned money and there is a lot of loss. But loss of life just because somebody has got into this kind of activity. I think everyone have read this news. This was very recent. Very recent. A video call, a person appearing on a video call on a deep fake, a CFO level guy, a CFO of a good company which has 25 million in their account, will definitely be a large organization. This guy would definitely be a very educated, learned, and an intelligent guy. He will not have reached the position of a CFO. He is losing 25 million. On a video call, the person is appearing in front. What are we doing? Where is the technology? What technology is this going to help us? What is that is going to support? Where are we as the security practitioner in the cyber industry are going to ensure that we are safe? And now looking at what Dr. Duggal said, what Dr. Patnaik said, if the DPDP Act, if there is a breach of data, personal data, and most of us have the personal data of the people, how are we going to justify to the fiduciaries, to the government, that it was not our fault, we had everything pretty much there? How does that Suraksha Kavach, which Dr. Duggal was talking, is going to help us here? If somebody coming and telling you, if I go to my organization as my deep fake and tell my organization that this needs to be done, why will not they do it? Because they know if they don't do it, their job is gone. Without realizing that it is not the CEO, it is a deep fake. Impact on elections. Now the elections are coming. Elections are there on the anvil with us. Couple of months we will see the elections in India. Every single day we are going to see some deep fake. Mr. Modi saying this, Rahul Gandhi saying this, some other minister saying this, some other opposition leader saying this. Who knows whether it's true or it's a false, whether it's a deep fake? How do we as a general public even realize or rely on the news items which are there? And thanks to WhatsApp. You never know what is true or what is not. There is so much information which is flowing on WhatsApp every single day. And with elections, we had a very recent debate on GTV, G Business recently, where we were talking about the impact of deepfake on the elections. We've already seen how the deepfake has impacted the elections in US, how they have impacted multiple other areas. Now look at, imagine there is a war going on, Russia and Ukraine. The Ukraine president comes up on a video, says that I am ordering all my army to go back and we are surrendering. And after an hour, everyone realized that it is a deep fake. Look at the disaster it can happen. We're not even talking of the money going here. We're talking of much, much larger impacts. We're talking of much larger areas which could be impacted, and even the national level, the lives can go, the nations can go down. It's a disaster. You know, on the privacy, I generally talk about, and people, at times my team generally laughs at us because this has become one of my favorite statements. Privacy is a myth. We just saw movie IT privacy records getting leaked. How many millions of records were leaked, and how the lives, the entire information about the lives of the people were shared on the internet? I think from my perspective, if you have a digital footprint, there is no privacy. The moment you have a digital footprint, everything is compromised. One of my dear friend, some of you might know, he used to be the general counsel and legal compliance for Microsoft, Keshav Dhakkar. This guy always says there are two types of companies in this world. One, who know they are hacked. Secondly, who don't know they are hacked. I think everyone is hacked, and that's coming from somebody very senior from the Microsoft. So everyone is hacked. You know, what do we do? Where do we go? What is to be done? There are so many solutions available. We as CIOs, CISOs put a lot of effort on CapEx. We will have the best of the firewalls, we have the best of the equipments, we will have the best of the hardware, we have the best of the softwares of the world. We forget on the trainings, we forget on the awareness. Our entry level people are not trained that much. The moment the entry level guy click on a wrong click, your entire security can go for a 6. I think this is just simple things, spotting the deepfake. How do you spot the deepfake? You know, I talked about the challenges, I talked about what is the issue, where it could be, how it can be lost to the life, lost to the money, lost to the nation. How do you actually find out? How do you spot the deepfake? Analyze the facial inconsistencies. And to all your surprises, initially when the deepfake started coming in, the lip sync, the eyebrows were not matching. Today the technology has gone that level, even that has started matching. You know, we have been talking, this is one of the best ways, and these guys has innovated, they have put the artificial intelligence, machine learning, whatnot, and everything is now in sync. How do you manage to that? Check for unnatural movements, of course that is one. Verify the source, very, very important. Scrutinize the video and compare with the known material. I think one very, I'm looking at the time, it's 1 minute 30 seconds more I have. There is a very good example where a CFO gets a mail from his CEO. The only hint he had was the verbiage of the mail. The verbiage of the mail, he could point out that these kind of words my CEO never uses. My CEO's language is something different. If you are alert, if you are looking at the emails at a very critical level, I think you have a safeguard. That's the training, that's the awareness we are talking of. Tools, there are multiple tools which are there available in the market. There are multiple softwares, multiple things. But the last one is very important. I have been a big fan of this. The human expertise will have no alternative ever in the world. Human alternate is definitely there. You will have to train your people. You have the awareness. That's where we can have the leverage over the technology. Thank you.